Alright, welcome back. So the 2 sessions of not doing very much at all, because we've just been going around the story and doing different bits and bobs of the DLC. We're now going to get back to the main crux of the story. That'll be awesome. We are going to talk to people as well at the start of this session.
Yes.
Mainly because I'm not sure where we're up to with everything. Who am I taking? Who am I taking?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, King Denerim. A few things to sort out on Denerim first. Doing a bit of shopping. And we're going to go down to the Brecilian forest this time, after many detours. Just double checking if it's working. Yep, everything's working good. Come on. There we go.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanters Board?
Who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What does a creator do?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
I did find these scrolls in a Deventer ruin.
Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event.
Look, don't touch.
Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Deventer Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it.
I want some kind of collateral first.
If you are a charlatan, may the Maker have mercy upon you. There is avarice in your eyes, but I believe you. Inner ruins, you say? I can give you 5 sovereigns. If these prove to be genuine, we can discuss more substantial payment afterwards.
Deal.
I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? Ah. I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more.
So, am I getting paid or not?
Maferath, you heard me, right? As in the betrayer of our prophet. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
That's alright.
Find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was kicked into that part.
That certainly worked out.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Is the market district really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering they're Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
The Jarl and I have a rich history. Tell me about his men.
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
Actually, do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
What's the pay?
Do a good job and I'll see you get some silver in your pockets, maybe even some gold.
What do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Sign me up.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
We will go do that eventually. It's not right now. We do have something else to do right now. I can't remember where the shop is though. Ah, I think it's here.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
Tell me about Wade.
You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Heren. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you force me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop.
Who's in charge here?
I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No. Sorry, Heren.
Can Wade make something with these drake scales?
No, he can't.
Did I hear right? You, a man, you have drake scales?
I do, right here.
Look at this, Heren. It's real. Some never see a single scale in their lives. I must make this. Tell the, customer, is it? I'll drop everything to work on this immediately.
Are you sure you can make quality armor with this?
I'd stake my life on it, friend.
Where is your humility when we really need it?
How much will it cost?
Cost? I should be paying you, friend, for the right, no, the privilege.
Pay him? No, Wade, no. We'll charge you.
I hear nothing of that, Heren. This is my shop, and working on drake scales won't cost a bloody Orlesian penny.
I'll pay 10 sovereigns extra, make it good and quickly.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Heren. Think of it.
I'm trying to stop.
10 sovereigns is not bad. It's a lot of money. Chill. I think if we go home to the camp and then come back, that'll be done. I hope so. Okay.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
You look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
That shall prove useful now.
Not unless one also happens to be an ancient abomination. No. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Are you... what? So aren't you sending with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said. The Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
Are you certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired. Their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So is Flemeth immortal or not?
Whatever spark of the demon that made her what she is remains within her, keeps her from dying of old age, but her body deteriorates. Eventually, she would be so wizened as to be senseless and immobile. So, she must seek a new body, a fresh body, and start the cycle anew.
Can this body be anyone, or must it be a daughter?
I am uncertain. According to her writings, certain hosts are better than others. The more a host is prepared, the quicker the transition will be. I am sorry. This simply takes me by surprise. I would have thought I would have had some inkling, some notion.
I would feel the same. What an awful thought.
I am a fool. I am such a fool.
So, what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Why do you need my help?
Because if she is slain while I am near, I am not certain that she will not simply be able to take possession of me right there. So obviously I cannot be the one to do it.
Is that a little extreme?
It may seem so. If you think of Flemeth as a mother, think of her instead as an ancient abomination that intends to use her own flesh and blood to extend her life beyond all natural limits. She did not wish anyone to get a hold of this information, least of all me. Now I have. If I do not act on what I know, then more the fool am I.
Very well, I'll help you if I can. You're useful.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Do I have a time limit on this?
Not really, but the sooner the better, no?
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Okay.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Fair enough. I want some enchanting done. Oh, hang on, let me see what other wares you
Oh,
have.
certainly, I can do that for you. Just come with me.
Right, I'm needing... I need some runes. Grandmaster Lightning. Grandmaster Slow. And Grandmaster Frost, why not? I want the Blood Dragon stuff, and I want... is there a backpack here? There should be. There should be a backpack. Aha. Yep, want that as well. Should be it. Just in case it crashes. No, it hasn't. Good. And Sten. You can't wear these yet, that's fine.
Enchantment?
I'd like some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Cool. So Starfang. Grandmaster Electricity. Grandmaster Frost and Grandmaster Slow. Nice. I'm gonna do it again.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
You can get different effects. There we go. I think that one's cooler. Give them more maroons. Alright.
The men are ready to follow you anywhere, thanks to your confident investment.
Good. No one else should have anything really important to say. So let's go back and get that.
Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
Get the armor. Hopefully it's done by now.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over.
You're here about your order?
It's done. I made the armor. And it's garbage. I wouldn't let a festering swine wear it.
Wade, it's amazing. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Are you blind as well as stupid? The leg guards are too tight. It'll chafe. The dye isn't even... Look here. I see a splotch. It's garbage, I say.
It's fine. Truly. It's a work of art. Here, wear it well. Now kindly leave.
I think if you get other stuff, you can bring it back to him, but I think it's in next DLC rather than this. He needs 20 strength to wear that. That's fine. Hopefully he's gonna level up pretty soon.
What?
Yeah, he will soon.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Let's go. Recruit the elves. Time to recruit the elves.
Got it.
I wonder how the hell you get to that. Oh, you can just open it, okay.
It's your time to shine!
Got it.
Okay. Come back to that in a little bit. There we go. That's why I don't like this armor. It's like quite rotund for Royce to wear. It's a bit too rotund. I like it though. It's nice. Should keep Sten alive a lot more.
Stop right there, outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot. I suggest you go elsewhere, and quickly.
I don't take kindly to threats.
I am not threatening you. I am warning you. We have always defended ourselves when necessary.
I could kill you without even thinking about it.
We Dalish are masterful archers. Imagine how dangerous an arrow might be if it pierced your heart. Or your eye. But again, we feel no urge to harm you. We merely protect our own from dangerous outsiders such as yourself. Move on, and there will be no need for either of us to fight.
I have business with your people.
I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours?
I'm a Grey Warden and I wish to speak to your leader.
A Grey Warden? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Many people go about pretending to be Grey Wardens, do they?
No, that's true. Perhaps I shall let the Keeper decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
Call me Royce.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brecilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us. And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
There are actual werewolves in the forest?
There was a time in Ferelden's history when werebeasts roamed the lands in great numbers. Spirits possessed animals and turned them into horrific monsters. The humans warred against and destroyed these creatures. No doubt their tales of those days grow ever more inaccurate.
Flemeth tells tales of such a time. Packs of possessed wolves, akin to abominations roaming the land. It was a terrible age, now long past.
The werebeasts are not all gone from this land, and the ones that stalk the Brecilian forests are proof of this.
Why did they attack you?
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
Maybe they're not as intelligent as you think.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
Surely you must have some warriors to spare.
Not enough to make a difference for you, and not simultaneously leave us defenseless.
Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood. bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks. Well, but you're going to ask me to get it anyhow, right?
I would not ask such a thing of anyone. You asked, did you not? Within the Brecilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
You said you could perhaps destroy the curse?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
If I help you, what will you give me?
We would assist with the blight, of course. And you would have our gratitude.
They could, people could improve their attitude towards me.
This attitude has been burned into our souls after long years of slavery and oppression. It is not personal, but very well. I will remind my people of the danger you will undertake on our behalf.
I'll find him for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brecilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
I need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Alright.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
How do I find Witherfang? Have you got any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Tell me more about this curse the hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
So if a werewolf bites me, then I will become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Why did all the werewolves everywhere... so did all the werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
How do you know if you've been affected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
How did the curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Alright.
Go on then.
See ya.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
These are the Dalish. They're not my favourite quest line, and they're not my favourite people, to be honest with you. I do like the fact that the Dalish are presented in this game as victims of history. You know, they've lost their homelands twice to humans. They are the downtrodden. You know, they are the people who keep to the old elven ways. But you actually find out in later games that they're not as innocent as they think they are. I mean, these guys are they don't know, you know, obviously, but you know, the original elves really brought their own demise on themselves. You know, that they antagonized the humans to such an extent that the humans retaliated and nearly wiped them out. You know, and these Dalish don't know that, obviously, because their civilization's been lost. But the old elves were not good people. And I really loved the fact that Dragon Age went in that direction with the elves. Instead of, like, you know, saying they're victims and martyrs and things like that, it was like, no. The original elves were not nice people. These elves, obviously, they think that their ancestors were victims and heroes who defended elven civilization to the last, where in reality, elven civilization was the aggressor for most of it. Even down to the Dalish misunderstand their own history, and it's quite tragic, really, when you go over it. Because even the tattoos on their faces, they're slave brandings that were used by the old elven gods, and the old elven gods were just mages. They were just really, really powerful mages who branded their own people. So yeah.
My mother was Dalish. They are a proud people, those who refused to bow to defeat.
Hello?
Hello yourself. Who are you?
I'm Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Tell me before I kick your head in.
Before you... all right. I suppose it makes no difference. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Girl problems, I see.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
Must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
I could go talk to Gaina for it. Oh, have you tried wooing Gaina?
Wooing? I don't understand.
You know, have you... A romancer, you know, show you love her and stuff.
I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her.
I suppose it's too much to ask if you've bedded her or not.
No! We've never done anything like that. Never.
You've never even kissed?
Of course not. I'm not even bonded yet. I've never kissed anyone, not like that.
Let's forget I mentioned anything.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
Oh, this quest is so fucked up. Some of the things you can do.
Andiran Atishan, outsider.
You are Gaina, correct? Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
You can be such an arsehole here. Said you were cruel and that he hates you. Said that if he was lucky he would bed you soon. Now I'm going to say, you said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
See, Royce is just out for like, you know, the charming people, so he's going to go with number 2. Of course not, he's not good enough for you.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
He's going to do the first one, he's got to.
You mean... Oh, that's quite flattering, but... Just the 2 of us, you mean. You are not alone. No, I don't think that is a good idea. Please, leave me alone.
See, you can do if you got a, if you've got a... I wonder if I can actually get it to talk
Leave
to me.
me alone. I am sure you have more important matters to consume your attention.
I think there's a way I can actually do this. Let's check my character record. One sec, I think there's a way that you can end this quest another way. It's locked me off at the moment, which is pretty shitty.
My mother was Dalish. They are a proud people, those who refused to bow to defeat.
Okay, is that world map? No, it's the forest. I'm going to go this way first. I think I downloaded a mod that will let me do something which is quite important.
I am led to understand that the Canary have their own mages as well. Is this so?
You would not understand.
Not understand? Is it mental capacity that you believe I lack? Or are you worried I will sympathize with my so-called brethren?
Take your pick.
Is that supposed to make me angry?
It means I find myself wishing that your people held proper, civilized attitudes towards magic.
That is a rather hostile thing to say.
And yet you continue speaking. Astonishing.
He's such a tool. He really is to Morrigan. He's like... Especially if your Grey Warden ends up getting into like a relationship with her, he's just like... what are you doing? He's just not impressed at all. Aha. Nice. So, let's take the potion of respecialization. Yes. Cool. So, this basically allows us to respec our character to a certain extent. So we had upwards of 50, didn't we, in everything else. That is it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And 1, 2. Three, 4. There we go. So just respect him a little bit. I've made him wrong, and that's a good thing about that mod that lets you do that. Like, yeah, you can actually respec your character, do whatever you want him to do. One thing I really do like that Obsidian did for Pillars of Eternity is that you can respec at any time. I don't think there's really any excuse for an RPG to not allow you to respecialize your character. Like, I just really don't. I think that it's ridiculous. Like, if you've got an RPG that doesn't let you do that, you know, it's bit up itself. And I do think that, unfortunately, why is my sword gone to being icy again?
Enchantment?
Yeah. What the hell is going on? Should be the last rune you put on is the one that has the effect. That one. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
In fact, I'm gonna get another one of those potions. I might respec. I might respec Zevran just to make sure that he can wear the armor pretty soon. There we go.
Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
So yeah, see, RPGs that don't let you respec characters, I think that's pretty poor myself. Like, I'm not that impressed by it.
Sten is not a name, is it?
Do you always begin conversations this way?
It's your rank, is it not? I have met a few Kunari in Antiva, you know. Not much for conversation, but some of them are quite easy on the eyes.
Those are not Kunari.
No? They are what then? Very large dwarves with comical accents?
They wear the faces of Kunari, but they are Tal Vashoth, fiends of Saheron. They have abandoned the Qun.
With titles like your own, though, which makes me curious. What is your name, then?
Sten is enough.
But it is not your name.
It is who I am.
Yeah, respecialization in games is in depth and as challenging as this to get right in terms of a build, especially on high difficulties. It's pretty poor, like, to not have a respec option in the game. You really should, to be honest with you. So, you are gonna drink the potion of respecialization. You need 20 strength, 30 dexterity. Cool. Assassin, nice. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, clear that. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, it might actually. Take that away from now. Do that instead. Now, another thing with the game I disliked. How was that armor any different to the other armor that we've got? It's just a different colour. You know, it's much better in terms of the game, but it's just a different colour.
Andera Natishan, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
They have, and it's annoying. I've got a job to do.
It is not our intention to insult a Grey Warden. We are simply wrapped up in the plight of our hunters. It is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
That is also Mark Meir. He's in a few voices in this game. You don't seem very happy about that.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems.
I'd like to hear about it.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going out there could cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
See, this is why I did the persuasion thing, because you can't really complete many quests for the Dalish and get lots of experience if you don't pass persuasion checks, so they just don't want to talk to you if you're human. which I like, which is pretty cool. It's very annoying though, in terms of being a human. I'll seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do this again. 'Cause I don't really want to go into the forest to get his stuff. It just takes a lot of time.
Hello?
If you go and get his pelt for him, it just takes a while. I can't be bothered. Hello yourself, who are you?
I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
So be one and stop wishing for it.
Never mind. Just go away and leave me alone.
Such a whiny little beta.
I told you to leave me alone.
I don't really care of your attitude.
Look, please just go away. I'm not worth your trouble. I told you to leave me alone.
Tell me what your problem is.
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Just tell me before I kick your head in.
Before you... all right. I suppose it makes no difference. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of the beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina. She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery. You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do. Wooing? I don't understand. I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her. No! We've never done anything like that. Never. Of course not. I'm not even bonded yet. I've never kissed anyone, not like that.
Just so you can get the whininess out of him. If you're going to mention anything.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
Oh, God. Right, let's complete this quest. Get over here.
Andiran Atishan, outsider.
Hello.
You spoke to him? What did he say? Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
I still don't think my persuade is high enough to do this one. The first one. So...
What do you mean? I don't understand. You mean... Oh, that's quite flattering, but... Just the two of us, you mean. You are not alone.
They will join in. No.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in it. We could talk in one of the Aravels. I can't believe I just did that! How can I live with myself?
Christ, alright, just a quickie with a Grey Warden. Don't worry about it.
There is nothing more for us to speak of. Go away.
Just wanted to let you know I bedded Gaina.
What? She was to be my wife.
He's so evil. Oh. I was just sampling the goods, no harm. Sorry, just reading it. I was just sampling the goods, no harm done.
You don't even care for her. You've ruined my life.
I mean, you know, I've done him a favour, really. You know, if she was like that anyway, let's be honest. I mean, it saved him a lot of trouble down the road.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction.
Holding the hammer wrong.
Is there something that you need?
Oh, these elves, man. So stupid. Right, okay. What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest, Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I find some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Alright. I'll have to take a look.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Let me barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Maybe. You never know. Get rid of that, 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 get rid of that. And I'll have another backpack. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's head on into the forest then. So the Dread Wolf is a key figure in the Elven pantheon of gods. Now remember, all the gods in the Elven pantheon were originally just mages, and so was the Dread Wolf as well. What the fuck? Chill. And he's always placed on the outside, looking outside, because he's like the outsider. He's the lone one who tricks people, and he's like the god of destruction for the elves.
This is like my home in Saheron, but the fiends here are only monsters.
It's,
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. The Dalish and the human of all things, to repay us for our attack, to put us in our place. What bitter irony.
You speak? I'm no servant of the Dalish.
Do you take us for fools? We know you come from their camp outside the forest. No doubt the old keeper himself sent you. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
You're the werewolves who ambushed the Dalish, then?
Yar. I regret only that we did not inflict every single one of them with the curse that night.
You sound as if you hate them a great deal.
That we do. How dare they send you here against us? Turn and leave while you still have the chance. Very well. I will not risk throwing my people at you like unthinking brutes. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
Fair enough. Oh shit.
Die already!
Nice. So yeah, the Elven storyline, you know, it's alright. It's okay. It's just not. I think by far the best storyline in the game in terms of just the main ones that you have to do to get your force up is the Dwarven one. By far. By a long way.
I'll get on it. What? Who comes?
You're badly wounded. What happened to you?
We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
His wounds are deep and still bleeding heavily, the result of an attack by creatures with large claws. Doesn't appear to have any bite marks, okay. I'll take him back to Dalish camp, why not?
And Darren Atishan, Grey Warden. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live. Mas Siranas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
One thing I never really liked about the elves in Dragon Age is that they're very elfy, they're just normal, and it's the same with the dwarves. I think they really missed the trick with the dwarves and the elves in Dragon Age, in that they just made them the bog standard, you know, even words like Lethaline and things like that, you know, it's all very elvy and Tolkien-esque. I really wish people would take more risks and just step away from that kind of stuff.
I'll get on it.
Oh, wow. I mean, there's nothing wrong, like, you know, there's nothing wrong about being proud of where you come from with Tolkien and stuff.
Got it.
Absolutely not, you know. But at the same time, you know, there comes a point where you've got to do go your own way. And I think the dwarves and the dwarves are better because they're a bit more interesting. I mean, fallen elven civilizations are very old hat at this point.
Twisted creatures.
Not really.
That's all of them, yes?
Alright, unless them all dead.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
He will never stop saying that, by the way. Like, ever.
Now is better than later.
Another battle.
I think that's all of them, yes?
Got some iron bark, that's good. Got him. Alright, let's carry on. These are Hala. I haven't missed the quest in the Dalish camp with the Hala, because there is one that is sick there that you can try and heal. I just never build characters that are able to do that, that are very good at animal husbandry and stuff. So...
Now is better than later.
No one's getting out alive!
Uh-huh.
Wait. We are back at the beginning of the path. The forest, it seems, does not wish us to reach wherever the path leads. How protective.
Yeah. How very irritating. Oh. That's one.
That was less fun than I would have liked.
It's fine.
All right, all right.
Mythal is the great protector of elven kind as a goddess, and she has a lot to do with Flemeth. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to say anything else until we actually get to that part of the games, but she does have a lot to do with Flemeth.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Not a werewolf, and not a spirit even. What are the woods coming to?
A madman and hiding in the forest, who are you?
Questions, questions, always questions. They say it was questions that made me mad. Will you do the same for you? Ask a question and you'll get a question, but give an answer and you'll receive the same. Oh, I do so love to trade.
Or I could just kill you.
No, that is not a question. And if it be an answer, it'd be an answer to a question I've not asked. Have you no sense for the rules?
Be cautious. This is no ordinary madman. He has magic. I can sense it. Powerful magic.
No fair bringing mages to a guessing game. Will you play by the rules or not?
Then, would you like to ask me a question?
I think it is your turn to ask, is it not?
How do I enter the centre of the forest?
It's where the wolfmen have their lair, but the trees will block the path. There's a way to fool the trees, of course. Trees are thick, wooden things, after all. Easily fooled if you know how.
Do you know how to fool them?
Oh my, no, that's quite a question. I think that answer deserves something a little extra first, don't you? I stole something from an oak tree some time ago, and it won't stop pestering me for it back. Would you be so good as to turn it into firewood or something equally dead?
And which oak tree are you talking about?
Oh, just some large, talking, rhyming oak tree that's missing its acorn now. He's far off to the southwest, deep within the forest. Rather hard to miss.
I'll think about it.
Good. You do that. Time to move on.
I think I could enter the centre of the forest with that acorn. Maybe it'll let me. It appears someone has dug a hole beneath the stump, leading to a tiny and yet filthy cave of sorts. Obviously the hermit sleeps in there. Okay. There also appears to be a small cubbyhole with the body of the trunk itself. It is filled with mud, twigs and other debris.
Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an old man's home, that is. Keep out. Keep out!
Try to enter it. Nah, it's too small. Reach into the cubbyhole?
No offense, but might I try? I've got a quick hand, after all.
Go ahead. Show off.
Ha, let's see. Oh, when was the last time I slipped my hand into some dark hole? I remember. Long story, that. And there we go. It was definitely trapped. But I'm too awesome by far. Here's what was inside.
Huh, acorn. Nice.
You're a robber, is what you are. They sent you, didn't they? Well, I'll show you. They won't get away with this.
Just fucking...
Now we play a little.
I'll see you later. Wasn't really up for, you know, helping him just...
Can I get you a lamp so you can get off
I'm wounded. Do something about it.
Lovely. Oh, more bears. this forest. Let's go this way, I think. Nope. What's this down here? One thing about this part of the game that I really didn't like, it just looks so samey. You know, it's very, very easy to get lost.
On your guard, wretch!
How the hell has this happened? So pretty quickly.
Please, help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be.
What happened to you?
I am cursed, turned into this creature. The curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to. You are human. I was once an elf, one of the Dalish folk. You know of my clan.
Your Dalish has already become a werewolf then?
Yes. Just a scant day ago. So, you know what happened to us.
You're heavily wounded. I could try to heal you.
No. I cannot be healed. Not even by magic. Please, you must listen. My name is Delilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message.
There is death in her eyes. It will not be long now.
The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead and with the gods. I beg you.
Very well. I'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you. I only want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Oh, the pain. The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly.
Very well. I'll end your pain.
Gods, bless you.
That's sad. It's very, very sad. Oh, there's the scarf on her body, actually. No. Leave everything else. I always like that in a certain way, you know, character earns a death, you sort of leave the stuff that they've got. Don't want to rob the corpse. Ah, this is where we are. So we could go... Yes. We're about to meet my third favourite character of the game, but he's not a companion. You're not going to attack me, are you?
Ah, thou speakest of the others, how filled they are with hate. I apologize on their behalf. They cannot control their fate. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. One can only imagine what manner of spirit is involved here.
And unless thou thinkst it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
What are you exactly?
I am an elder oak and nothing more. Though once I dreamt of a time before when I roamed the world and howled with pain, not of this world, but twixt and twain. Perhaps I was a spirit then, a wandering thing drawn to this glen. But then that spirit joined with a tree. Since then, a tree is all I be.
You're much more than just a tree.
There are many just as I, but mad they are, I shall not lie. A spirit trapped within a tree, no mouth to scream or eyes to see. A cage of bark, a prison wood, a thing of rage where nature stood. So twisted sylvan they become. But I am not the same as some. I accept my fated oaken home. I feel no need to rage and roam.
Why do you speak in rhymes?
I do not know. Why dost thou not? Thy words seem plain, a mundane lot. Perhaps a poet's soul's in me. Does that make me a poetry?
A poetry, yeah, I got it.
It was but a simple jest, a jibe to entertain my guest.
Let's know more about the forest.
I can only speak to what a tree may see. It may not help you, but it is enough for me.
Why is it called the Brecilian forest exactly?
That is but a human name, one placed upon this land, their claim. A claim they stole from ancient elves, whom they first killed, and were killed themselves.
What happened here to make the forest like this?
A great war, perhaps. I cannot tell. I was not here when it befell. But many deaths here, all the same. And with the deaths, the spirits came. The spirits entered corpse and tree, and most went mad, as thou canst see. The forest had a spirit of its own, from back when its first seeds were sown. Perhaps she died of grief that day, or perhaps she simply went away. Or perhaps the wares are the ones to blame, for the day she left is the day they came.
Where can I find where the Fang's lair?
In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares.
Is there no other way to enter the center of the forest?
Perform the boon as I ask, and I shall reward thee for the task. I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn.
And... wait, is this the acorn you were talking about?
My joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. This cannot pass without reward. I shall give what little I can afford. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long, thy winters kind, and thy roots be strong. Greetings to thee once again. Thou hast not yet left the forest then?
Off we go. Yeah, I like him. And I think this voice actor and the script did really well. Really well. Really funny. Just having him rhyme at you constantly. Is it in here, the barrier? Is it in the next one? It's gotta be in the next one. Yes, just here. Are you leveled up yet? No. Okay. There we go. Nice.
The forest has not been vigilant enough. Still you come. You are stronger than we could have anticipated. The Dalish chose well. But you do not belong here, outsider. Leave this place.
You don't actually expect me to leave, do you?
You came even though we warned you not to. You are as treacherous as the Dalish. We will not allow harm to come to Witherfang.
Why'd you call the Dalish treacherous? You attack them.
And they deserve no less. You are an intruder in our home. You come to kill, as all your kind do. We have learned this lesson well. Here, Witherfang protects us. Here we learn our names and are beloved. We will defend Witherfang and this place with our lives.
Push him down!
Should not have taken as long as it did.
And that is where we'll leave it this time around. Tomorrow we'll be going into the ruins. See you then.